Hey everybody, it's Dr. Levitt here, and I am at my office with a funny and moderately embarrassing story to share with you today. Let me set the stage here. I currently practice and live in the state of Connecticut. I'm right in the New Haven area, but for many years before this, I grew up in Southern California and did a lot of my medical education and training in the Seattle area, and I've lived now in this part of the world for about 15 years. So this story goes back about 15 years in the early days of my medical practice, when one of my very first patients, it must have been in the first week of me being in business, having hung my shingle in private practice. I was proud of myself, ready to go out and change the world. This man came in to see me, and we talked a little bit, shot the breeze, and then I asked him what was his primary complaint. What's the chief complaint? What's he coming in to see me about? And he told me that the main reason why he was coming in to see me was because he had Agida. Right? He said he had Agida, and I must have looked like a deer in headlights because I had absolutely no idea what he was talking about. I mean, here I was, a young doctor, this guy's paying good money to come and see me, and I have no clue what it is that he's complaining about, right? So I scrambled a little bit. Like I say, I must have been white as a ghost, asked him a few more questions, and quickly came to realize that what he was referring to was acid reflux. He called it Agida. He was referring to heartburn, or what we all call gastroesophageal reflux disease, something that I could readily treat, an easy problem, if you will. So it turns out that this man was of Italian descent, and there are lots of people in this area where I live that have Italian roots, and they refer to this problem, heartburn, as agida, which is apparently derived from an Italian word for acida, or acid. It makes sense. It's also a term, agida, that's used to describe agitation. People will say, my mother-in-law is giving me agida, or my kids, or my boss is giving me agida, which means sort of an agitation, an irritation, annoyance, often coupled with a sensation of heartburn. Those two things so very often come together. So now, it must be thousands of times that I've heard people complain of agida, but I will never forget that first experience treating a disease that I had no idea what it was. For what it's worth, one of the important steps in treating agida, or if you want to call it heartburn, is digestive enzymes. Up Wellness is Upzymes is a great place to start with respect to that, to help improve the digestion of food and help get the food out of the stomach and into the small intestine more quickly to help decrease the symptoms of agida. So I hope that helps you. I hope you enjoyed that one and take good care.